Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, of course, Italy has always been the place to be when it comes to defensive maestros, and here is a prime example. So how highly do you rate this fella, Alessandro Nesta?
Well, he's without doubt one of the very best they've produced. He's been mature well beyond his years since those younger days, blending power, speed, technique, and really good intelligence and ability to read the game. It's no surprise to me that so many have aspired to be just like him.
That is good alertness. Ekitike, nicely weighted ball. Seedorf. Desailly was in no mood for any of that.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he's chosen to go back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Gullit, driving through the middle.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Gattuso is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Passing is crisp and sharp. Chance here to counter. Gullit charging forward, the ball at his feet. Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Gullit wins the duel this time. Gullit plays it across. Nesta getting this one clear. Hakimi played back in. Oh, good climb! And he's quick to get rid. Mbappe did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Hakimi. Now Yaya Toure. Gattuso venturing down the left. Tries from distance. Frustratingly close. Marcelo is looking to influence the game from out wide. Timber. And it's Seedorf. Gattuso. Half an hour played now. Mbappe! Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And back to the keeper they go. Schmeichel, dominant, commanding, a true colossus between the posts. Cannavaro. Nesta. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way through. And this is Gullit. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Ekitike. Hakimi. Foot in. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a good run down the left. Ibrahimovic! Goal! England! England take the lead. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
England have taken the lead.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
That's a look and place it forward. And it's half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Chelsea unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Within these grounds.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Chelsea can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And the counter is on. And it's Marcelo. Marcelo. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Knocks it into space. Chance, surely!
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Nesta makes the interception. Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Mbappe, and here's the chance to counter. Seedorf does really well to win the ball there. Ekitike, of course, a dribbler of outlandish... And Gullit! Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish of true class! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Substitution on the field. Number 6.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Number 10.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Ibrahimovic being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Now it's Gullit. That is good strength.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Now he's off and running. Hakimi. Bale. And he's in on... Can he finish? And he's really put himself on the line here. Ibrahimovic! Crossbar comes to the rescue.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 3, Hakimi.
Chelsea have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's got it off greatly. And he's stuck it away. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
And he decides to cross it. Header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Marcelo with the short one. Cross flung in towards the middle.
That's good defensive concentration. England really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's Yamal. That's a good foray he's making. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nice sequence of passes. Shot at goal!
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
Two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Towering header! Goal! getting better and better. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic.
He's having a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this.
He did so well to create the room to get the shot away.
Vieira. Yamal. Chelsea ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Pass somewhat off target. Out of play for a throw. Nedved. Just 5 minutes left. And he's had it nicked away. And it's Figo. Looking to play him in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, that pass isn't the best. He's having a hit! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Vieira. And here's Yamal.
Added minutes has been indicated.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Driving forward. Now there's a fine ball. Now that is commitment to the cause. So can they do it again? Chance for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Nedved clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Chelsea have their third corner. Bale goes short. Nesta. And it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Bale. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Chelsea have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it.
Just a quick announcement, it is now time for our
Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with what we just witnessed. As soon as they got their goal, you felt they were always going to go on and find a winner, and they did just that.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And this is Hullet. Lofted in. Gabriel is there, and he can get that clear. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And here's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Ibrahimovic here. Big chance! It's in!
What a super start! A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So, a breakthrough already. Hullet, played out towards the right wing. Quarter of an hour played. Ibrahimovic.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And the finish! Oh, it's hit the post! Well, it was a nice setup, but not so good beyond that.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
Oh, easy pickings there. Mbappe, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner.
There they go, hunting again.
Roberto Carlos with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Roberto Carlos has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. And it's Timber. Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Oh, that's neat. And he's had it nicked away. Roberto Carlos, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Pull it. Knocks it into space. Seedorf.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Timber. And he's managed to get free. Looking to play him in. Good read, needed to be. Now he's off and running. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Marcelo is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Mbappe running at top gear. Well, there's the clearance. Gattuso pokes it out wide, and that has left him in a heap. Mbappe. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Pass somewhat off target. Seedorf. This is a promising build-up.
Chelsea truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Decent chance! That's got him rattled. Timber wins the duel this time.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And it's Marcelo. Lovely bit of skill. It's a goal kick. Good play on the left-hand side here. Roberto Carlos.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way through. Applies the finish! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that signals the end of the first period. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Chelsea go in at half-time with a game to chase.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
And a quick announcement today that memorabilia from today's match is now on sale in the Stadium Hall.
Substitution on the field.
So off we go again.
Mbappe.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Toure cuts out the pass. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Chelsea different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
He's found a way through. Takes a shot! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Seedorf, that's where it came from. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Suarez. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Threads one in. Ekitike is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Seedorf. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Oh, super ball. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Timbers cross. Impressive jump. Pull it. Shifted it to the flank. Ball is over the line.
Substitution on the field. Number 3, Hakimi.
And it's Zanetti.
Number 10.
That is good progress
Gullit.
on the left.
Number 6,
Seedorf.
Ekitike. Coming on the field. Number 17.
Seedorf
Yamal.
stood his ground strongly.
Number 7,
Looking for the run.
Ronaldo. Number 11.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Chelsea
Substitutions
are
taking
not
place.
doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Bale. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Chelsea really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Gattuso, can he get on the end of this? Oh, good-looking ball. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Ibrahimovic. And here's Mbappe. Gattuso. And a chance! And it's in! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement and certainty of outcome.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost in all honesty.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Ibrahimovic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Zanetti. Zanetti delivers. And that has been cleared.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Cristiano Ronaldo! And here's Yamal, cross flung in towards the middle.
That's good defensive concentration. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Seedorf, plays it. Bullish header! And it's there! And they are disappearing out of sight. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Has been indicated.
A case now of complete control. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. So that's it, it is all over. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Good-looking ball. Suarez stood his ground strongly. That's going across goal. Oh, good climb! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the technique to play anywhere across the front line, but he also has the intelligence, the vision to play in a more with...
And Gullit! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Engages and forces him off the ball. Hakimi. This is a promising build-up. Marcelo. Oh, they can break here. Marcelo gets on his bike and on the move. Desai. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, that's a key interception. Nicely aimed pass. Great vision. Hakimi looking to receive it in space. And he was quick to react. And this is Ibrahimovic. Hakimi. He's got away. And it's hoisted clear. Seedorf getting this one clear. Vieira. Passes short and sharp. Shot, surely! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Ekitike! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Chelsea really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Gullit running with the ball. Seedorf. Now it's Luis Suarez. And this is Ibrahimovic. And he's managed to get free. He has a look up. And he's cut it out.
This is the time you need that pace.
Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Vieira. Yaya Toure is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's an imaginative pass. Luis Suarez! Oh, split-second reaction.
Suarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Desai tries to clear. And it's Seedorf. Some good work on the right flank here. Timber. He slings it in. Ferdinand is there, and he can get that clear. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a good run down the left. Yaya Toure. And here's Hullet. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Yamal. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. England are looking to break at pace.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Hullet! Hullet!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Seedorf. That is a brilliant interception. Time and again they are repelled.
Added time.
That's very neat. And this is Luis Suarez. That's good defending, very good defending. And that signals the end of the first period. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Chelsea come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
That just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Number 11.
And we are back on the way.
Chelsea really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Thinks about the shot. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now it's Hullet. Seedorf. Chelsea come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Stood up well to him there. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was... Tries a shot! Goal! England! And again they hit the front. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? That's good running with the ball. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. Gattuso, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Seedorf. Seedorf. And Seedorf! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Gattuso. And now they can spring out of defence. Played out to the left flank. It's a promising position. Pinches it off him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Chelsea perhaps contemplating their next change here. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. And it's Ibrahimovic. Knocks it into space. Can he find the finish? Ibrahimovic is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Oh, they really needed him to put that away.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
So we have movement on
Willis.
both benches.
Number 9, Ibrahimovic. Number 4, Vieira. Number 17, Yamal.
And here's Bale. He's found a way through.
Mbappe.
He's going for
Number
goal.
7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
And that really should have been that.
Bale has reacted in utter
Number
shock
2,
here. For him, the
Cafu.
keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Chelsea very much running into the last chance saloon.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Towering header! And the difference is still one, but only just. Gattuso gets a foot in and wins the ball. Bale. Timber. Oh, sweet feet. That's tidy. Just eases him off the ball.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And this is Yaya Toure.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Threads one in. Toure kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking to play him in. And that's that. Chelsea can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Nice-looking ball. That's beautifully weighted. Buffon claims comfortably.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Seedorf. And here's Hullet. Could move up a gear here. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Marcelo. He's pretty much a defender in name alone, to be honest, because his biggest contributions always seem to come at the other end of the pitch. He's great at controlling the ball when under pressure and seems to have a great knack for finding that half a yard to dig out a cross. He's got a decent shot too, so his teammates will be looking to bring him into play at every opportunity, I would think.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Cannavaro. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that is one way to stop him. Decent chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that is well cleared. Chelsea still without a single shot on target. He's picked his way through. Hullet. Oh, and Hullet! Oh, it's hit the post. That's put paid to the danger. Played out wide. Knocks it into space. And he's picked it up out wide. Quick look, then plays it in. And it's hoisted clear. And he's had it nicked away. Eto'o, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. And he cuts out the supply. Gullit, there he goes, motoring for... And the finish! There it is!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Good ball, good take. And he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He's rising! And yes, it's there! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Great corner, and he did the... And a chance! And that's a tiny finish. And they get themselves in front. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Chelsea leading now. And it's Gullit. Gullit. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Hakimi. Well timed, excellent interception. Gattuso. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, what a ball! And the shot! And it's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Gattuso. Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
England clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And this is Eto'o. There's the shot! And it's come back out to him. Look at the space here. Hakimi lays it forward. And it's half-time. Chelsea are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2.
Ekitike. Coming on the field is number 11, Bale.
And so we're off again. And he was quick to react. Chelsea different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make...
Bale! Well, we expected better, and so did he. Gabriel proves too strong, too smart. Gullit. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking to play him in. Aim forwards. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He's played it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
It's Ibrahimovic! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
England have their second corner now. Cleared without hesitation. England have their third corner. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Looking for the run. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic under intense pressure.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Bale. Now, what about a counter-attack? Cannavaro gets a foot in here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Desailly kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And here's Bale, tries to play it through, and he's made sure that's not getting through. And here's Hullet. Hullet, who can single-handedly make a difference. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yamal.
That was lovely, that.
He has found the way through. Now the ball. Oh, good effort! And again! And a neat finish! And they're back in front! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Substitution on the field, number 10, Hullet.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 9.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Number 20.
Chelsea perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Number 7.
Ibrahimovic.
England really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Yaya Toure can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, now here's an interesting match. Bale! Goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Number 11.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Over to the right flank. Cafu getting up there! And that really should have been that.
Cristiano Ronaldo is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Yaya Toure. Bale. Cafu. Oh, that's fabulous. Flashes, impressive job. Oh, crossbar!
This is the time you need that pace.
Cafu. Now it's Mbappe. Timber.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Mbappe, the most accurate pass. Nesta. Antonetti. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And here's Mbappe. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's cut it out. Hakimi is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Gabriel gets over and intercepts. And it's Seedorf. And he's quick to return it. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There will be
Cristiano
3 minutes
Ronaldo.
added time.
Hakimi. Nesta with the foul. And it's Yaya Toure. Nesta is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Good take. Shot at goal! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boot on the... And that's that. Chelsea looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We are just getting started. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Pelé. Desailly does really well to win the ball there. Yamal stood his ground strongly. Vieira. And here's Ibrahimovic. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played.
Ekitike! There it is! The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Eastern finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Showing great feet there. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. So who's he going to be aiming for here? And it's Alaba. Driving on and making good progress. Vieira does really well there, he is strong. Yamal. Lovely bit of skill. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And that's been won straight back. Knocks it into space. Stam cuts it out.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Pelé. That is very well defended. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Pass somewhat off target. That's really well cleared. Roberto Carlos is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammate...
Can he finish? That is delicious! About as smooth as it gets. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Davids. Roberto Carlos, never out of the action for very long. Yamal. And the ball is out of play. And it cuts out the supply. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Eastern clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nesta gets it away. Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Pelé.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's got away.
2 added minutes.
Lofted it. He leaps for it. Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Roberto Carlos makes a dash for it. Vieira. Yaya Toure plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And that is the end of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's header comes in! Not a bad try by any means.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Pelé running with intent. Desailly making good progress on the right-hand side. Yamal. Vieira. He's having a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Pelé unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Eastern are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Crosses it in. That's a decent clearance. It's a pretty loose pass. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Good ball, good take. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, Peter, I think the smartest of reactions, and he just attacked the danger.
Yeah, looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Looking for options for movement. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner.
Substitution on the field. Number
Chelsea
9,
with their first corner, the first in the game for either side,
number
actually.
6, Ekitike. Number 10, Gullit. Number 17, Yamal. Coming on the field,
Bale plays it short.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Now it's Bale.
Number 11,
He's had a shot! Yes! Glittering Bale! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Chelsea now in a position far more desirable.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Ribéry crosses it in here. And that has been knocked clear. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that is exemplary defending.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
He has found the way through. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And he can thump it away. And smartly reclaimed. Steaming on goalwards. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Good running, strong and purposeful. And this is Ribéry. He's shifting through the gears here. Vieira. Chance here to counter. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Well, there's the clearance. Mbappe in the hunt and looking threatening. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. It's a good 35 yards out, this. denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
This their second corner of the game. Chance! Yes! And they are disappearing out of sight. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Now it's Trossard. And it's made its way to
Added
him.
minutes
This
have been
might spell
indicated.
danger. Mbappe. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Oh, well measured. Oh, that's fabulous. And he welcomes it in. And it's Ribéry. Can he spark a counter here? And that is as far as it goes. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's come on in leaps and bounds since then. In fact, he's at his best when partnered with a defensive midfielder like that, because it means he has license to just join the attack.
So he's benefited a lot from his new role.
Yeah, it's brought so much more out of him. He's a true all-round player now. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! They've scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Arsenal finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Yamal, oh, that's fabulous. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's been cut out, well played. That's been drilled forward. Ibrahimovic going after that. And here's Yamal. Tries to play it through. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's neat. And he's managed to get free. Yamal in towards the back. Oh, good climb! That's put paid to the danger. Played back.
Well, to be honest, I think I would have done that too.
Changes him with that pass. Very nicely done. Oh, that's a... And the shot! And he's stuck it away. And they're threatening to fly away here. What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Chelsea are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.